Welcome to Follow Your Heart Intuition. I'm going to do a Gemini reading in Virgo season. So Gemini air sign in Earth sign month. So yeah, the first card that I just pulled as a general guidance is go the distance. So let's see what the rest of the cards resonate in regard to this one. Also, just thank you for being here, for liking and subscribing and sharing the channel. And this is Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Or if you've been drawn to this particular reading because of the title, then there are probably messages for you here as well. So Gemini, what's going on for you? Coming to the edge. Chaos and conflict. Truth be told, serendipity, and chop wood. Wow. I just get the sense that you've come a long way. And it's brought you to a better, happier place, and the place of more authenticity. And because of that, you feel more grounded. And because of that, new kind of synchronicities are starting to happen that make you feel like you're more in touch with spirit, that make you see a future ahead that potentially before you didn't see, and that in some ways, having gone through this sort of chaos and the conflicts, you've certainly shed an old skin. It's like a snake shedding an old skin, and you're turning into a more unique person, the unique person you're meant to be. We're all unique, but we're interdependent, and you're more accepting of yourself, Gemini, and you don't let the mind fluctuate so much. So in that sense, you're in a very good space. Let's have a look at Gemini, what is going on for you in regard to truth be told. Geminis can be very verbal, but there's also a sense of verbal to put on a mask, or you can be verbal to take off a mask. And by mask meaning a certain persona we play. Yeah. So that kind of mental chatter, very mental, can get in your way. You can imagine things to be a certain way when they're actually a different way. And it can give you sleepless nights, that kind of thing. So in some ways, I think you're trying to sever that chatter in your mind. There's someone around you who's a bit deceptive, and maybe that's creating the chatter in your mind. And it could be you could be in some form of relationship, and that is causing this kind of chaos and conflict in your mind. And it's a little bit, or you could be part of a relationship where you are the third party, or you're in a relationship and there is another person involved in it. So you have to look at yourself. Are you the one who's deceptive, or are you being deceived? And are you trying to kid yourself in this situation? Get the sense that you want to walk away from a situation that is not right for you, and it will cause you happiness. It could also mean that someone has walked away from a situation that didn't serve them, but it's better for everybody involved. And then there's a new way ahead with the Two of Wands card here. There's a new way forward. But I get this sense that Gemini, and be honest with yourself whether this is you or someone else involved, but some form of deception has gone on, and it did eat you up for a while, and or did eat your mind up for a while, and yeah, could involve I mean, it could potentially involve a true love relationship, but the person that you're in love with hasn't severed the connections in a healthy way to someone else they were involved with in the past. They're loyal to someone who may not have been loyal to them, but because there is a child involved or something that you're not fully aware of, they will play the role to keep peace. And in essence, it is holding you back. So what I get here is that someone's walking away from this unhealthy situation, and it opens a doorway to a new possibilities. Okay, I'm going to just check in a bit more closely with this situation here. So yeah, just ask yourself, like, I mean, it's like someone is really good at acting, and even though they might be single, they are fully committed to an ex because of, let's just say, maybe they have a child together. They're committed to the point where they are willing to lie to you, okay? Or they are hooked on you because you give them something that the situation they're in is not giving them, but they're actually only using you, and they are totally confused in their own mind. So there's a real deceptiveness about it, and I just at the bottom of the deck saw the Lovers card, so I would think, wow, it has to do with someone you've invested in emotionally, but the cup's broken. I think, Gemini, you've sort of realized that there's nothing to be gained from this situation anymore. So let's just have a look in regard to the general outcome of this situation. I get the sense that you've gone the distance to get away from this situation, okay? And you're being cherished by angels, so don't give yourself a hard time. You are actually being protected.